Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of I do not know what to call these. And today we're making a 70s Japanese muscle car, or 60s. We're with Hitomi Automotive, and we've seen all these American brands releasing these quite nice muscle cars recently. And we're thinking that maybe we can do that and get a bit of that market, but we don't have a big V8 we can use. We don't have all that stuff, so we'll have to go with something else, something smaller. We have also been spying a bit on Toyota and seeing that they have something similar to this coming up as well. So we're gonna go with a McPherson strut front and I believe a semi-trailing arm rear to have better handling than the Americans. And we're gonna make a new engine, and it's most likely gonna be an inline 4, or maybe we do a Boxster engine. That could be interesting. So maybe let's do that, and let's use the overhead cam and a free. Maybe, yeah, I think that's good. Let's also do a cast iron head. So let's do a force shield crank and cast con rods, cast pistons, and no balancing mass. So let's go ahead to the top end, and we'll not change anything there for now. I'd assume that's maybe a bit high, so let's put down to 8.9 to 1. And of course naturally aspirated, and do injection. I think we're going for carburetor, maybe a 2-barrel and twin carbs. Let's also use maybe performance mid, it could be nice. So let's choose the exhaust. I think we're going with cast mid, and of course dual exhaust, since this is a sport car. I think I need to be talking a bit more clearly. It's been quite a while since I spoke English last time. So hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Now, do we go with... it only has 100 horsepower, but maybe that's fine. I'd say let's maybe do a 1.8 with quite a low bore and quite a lot of stroke. So let's do 80 maybe, and just raise this a bit to 90, maybe it's good. Yeah, I'd say that's looking pretty good. Maybe this good, or do we do a Boxster 6? Maybe. That's the question. Do we do a Boxster 4 or Boxster 6? Or do we do a V6? A V6 could be nice, very good, and the American seems to like V-shaped engines. Sounds quite interesting, so maybe we could do that. What if we do a 90-degree one? Sounds about the same. Maybe just go with an inline 4 or 5. Do it basic. But it's a bit more fun to do a Boxster engine, so I think we're still gonna do that. I think that's good. Where did I put -1 on? Let's not do that, that's a bad idea. And so I believe this body is based off an Opel Manta, I'm sorry. And I think it looks quite nice, but let's try not to make it look like a Manta. So we'll go for manual 4, maybe 5 speed, and we'll say this is a GTS version or something like that. Let's go for open differentials, of course rail tires with a medium compound, and let's do solid discs in the front, and let's do drums in the rear for now. Let's also have no under tray, and I think 2+2 is pretty good. Or do we go with 2 full seats in the rear? That's a hard question. I think for now we're just gonna go with 2+2. Let's go with sport interior, and do go for premium or standard. I think we're still gonna go for an AM radio. Let's go for standard AM radio. Of course, this is built mostly for the American market, and since you're gonna be driving a lot if you're living in America, you might as well have a nice radio. Let's go with standard springs, gas monotube dampers, and passive sway bars. I think would be pretty good. We gain quite a bit of comfort and sportiness by that. I think this is mostly good. We will of course have to tune it later, but let's choose a night paint for it and morph the body a bit. Let's have a look at what colors we have here. Now what do we go with? Maybe a green, maybe a red could look really nice. Or maybe a yellow. I don't think Aster is very good though. No, that's way too non-glossy. Maybe this is better. I think that could look quite nice. What's about this? That could look pretty good. Or maybe do something similar to plum crazy color. We could also do this, something like that. That could also look very good. So we'll have to see about that later. But I think for now we might go with this, because I like it quite a lot. So let's also paint the roof. Where is the roof? Let's also make this chrome. Where do we have chrome? It was quite some time since I actually made a car in this. By quite some time I mean a couple of days. So I think something like that. There we have roof. And let's do this. And I think that's pretty good. So let's just morph it a little bit. I think we're gonna want a longer door, since you need to be able to get into the back. Do we raise this, or how much muscle do we want? Could keep it low or could keep it high. I think somewhere in the middle could look good. Now that just looks like maybe for a funny car or something like that. But I think something in the middle, something right there could look good. Oh, body kit. Maybe not on this version. We may make a race version in the future someday. I feel like it. But that's not the promise. How do we do about this? Maybe we want a bit of a spoiler. This is a sport version after all. Let's maybe keep it somewhere like that. Second thought, I'm thinking maybe we put this down a bit. That's not what I wanted to change. There we go. Let's put it down a little bit. I think that looks better. Can we keep this a bit straighter? Yes, maybe something like that. But I don't want it this far back. Do we have to have it there? Maybe have it something like that. How do we do about this? It's not a very long engine, so we could keep that quite a bit forward. And I'm thinking we don't want to do that. We want to keep it quite slanted. I think that could look really nice. How do we do about the top here? Not that. Maybe something like that, something somewhere in the middle could look good. And I think that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get into a time lapse, and I'll see you guys later. So here we are once again on the wonderful Snake Gully in BMG, made by Filmin86, and I think this map has turned into an obsession, because I just can't stop driving it. It's great. But here we have the Hitomi Kuruma, so let's test it. This is of course the road version, painted in a wonderful, I believe it's called Mako Yellow. So let's get a bit of wheel spin using the 131 horsepower here. Now how's the interior camera? I believe I set it up yesterday. Now I have driven this before, and that would explain why the interior camera is quite good. How is the hood camera? That's also quite nice. So let's just listen to the engine for a bit. Listen to this. Almost sounds like it has some anti-lag system. Just how much it pops the exhaust. But I believe, you know, it sounds like mostly an ordinary i4, other than how much it backfires. So let's get into the interior camera while we do this bit. It's good that we have right-hand drive, except for I'm not used to it. I was gonna say it was good that we have the right-hand drive, since we're on the left side of the road. This isn't Sweden in the 1950s after all. So let's try that again and get going. Maybe use the hood camera or bonnet for you British people. A bit too hot in that corner. I should remember that this has 1970s tires with a medium compound, not even sport. So I shouldn't go too hot into these corners. But I usually, in the cars I drive in BMG on this map, I should be able to take flat. I am very much not used to this. I believe it would definitely benefit for some better tires, and maybe also a stiffer front sway bar would be good. So let's brake a bit before we go into this corner and make it through alive. So let's brake a bit and not crash. Just popped into fifth and cruise a bit for this section. We don't want to do it too fast, I say, and I crash either way. Yeah, there goes our... Wait, let's just wait for them to arrive. Oh well, it would have seemed they stopped. So let's just keep going. And I did also make a rally version of this, which I'm quite proud of. Although I wouldn't be able to talk while driving it. We'll see what I do, if I do some sort of voiceover or just let the footage plays while the outro rolls. But I would like to show that stuff also, since I believe that's just like this but better in every way. I would also argue that it has more detail and is higher quality than this version. It also drives quite a bit better. We lost our bumpers. That's fine as long as we don't crash. Although the automation fixtures wouldn't have been doing us any good either way. So let's get to the end of this road and get onto a rally stage. Let's go past the barriers here and park it.